Hi guys, today is February 23rd. I think it's day 54 of my supposed 100-pound meltdown. I was so close to, I was very close to having lost 20 pounds, and I decided to stop doing the purge. Now the purge, it pretty much cleans you out as far as um, it's like laxative. So a supposedly it burns, it gets rid of the bad fats. And for the most part, since January 1st, I've been doing the purge. Actually, I've been doing it I had started doing it before I started, so maybe I didn't have as much backed up waste in my system. So but basically I stopped doing the purge because it just takes too much out of me, and I'm losing too many hours with when I purge it. It's just for me, it's not something I can continue to do on a regular basis, and I was doing it every 2 to 3 days. So I may still do it on the weekends, like maybe every other weekend. Once I find out I'm building up without the purge, and I want to see exactly, because I had only lost like 17 pounds total. And since I stopped purging, I gained between 1 and 2 pounds every single day since I've stopped purging. Now, I know some of that is due to, and I had to do some research. So the good thing is I'm learning so much as I do research, but I wanted to see, okay, how often should I have a bowel movement? Sorry for the TMI, but this is what's going on. So, what was happening was, if I didn't, on the days where I didn't do the purge, I didn't have a bowel movement. And so I realize now that the purge, it cleans you completely out. So there's no waste to start. And according to WebMD, I looked at two different websites. WebMD was one, and I'll find the link for the other one. Basically, they say um, from 3 times a day up to 3 times a week is normal to have the bowel movement so I thought you were supposed to have at least one a day. That's not true. So I don't have to freak out about that. But I had gotten to the point where, and this is from years ago, I would have to use something to go on a regular basis. I had gotten to the point where I was able to go like twice a day. And so since I started purging, I didn't go to the bathroom if I didn't purge. And so I was a little worried, thinking that there was an issue, which there was, because it takes, so according to WebMD, or one of those sources that I was researching, it takes 3 days for food to go, after it goes in your stomach, it takes 3 days to go through your colon. So it's normal if you don't, if I've purged and I'm starting with a clean slate, it's normal to have to wait 3 days before I can go. But I know one of those days, I think it was like 3 or 4 days, and I didn't have any movement at all. So I was a little worried. So more research I needed, I didn't have enough probiotics and prebiotics. So I feel like I've fixed that, because from the last point of purging, I started right after I instantly put some kefir grains. I ate the cup of kefir grains. I got yogurt. I got some pickles and sauerkraut. Those are probiotics. And then the prebiotics are the healthy carbs, or the prebiotics. They feed the probiotics eat the prebiotics. And the prebiotics are like oatmeal, apples, I think onions, and I eat a lot of red onions. So that's why I guess things were working before. And so what I did was I did, consume lots of probiotics and prebiotics, and within 3 days, back to regular bowel movements. But now I have 3 days of standing waist. So I'm not sure how many pounds I'm going to gain before I hit the, at some point I feel like, okay, I have a nice cycle of waist in and waist out. And so eventually the pounds will start coming, going back off. But it's very disheartening to get on the scale because I haven't cheated. I haven't, according to the Fitbit, most days I can go as high as 2,400 calories with the amount of activity that I'm doing. I never hit, I don't think I even hit 18 or 1,900 calories. I think maybe 1 or 2 days I may have hit 18, but most days I'm in between 15 and 1,700 calories, and I'm not hungry. And so I'm not going over my calorie workouts, but I know I do need to increase. I think I need to increase my weights with the strength. I started doing strength, and I think some days I don't use the weights at all, or I do, when I do the squats, I may use the 1 pound or just my body weight. But I think I need to really increase the weights, but I just wanted to, gradually increase the weights. So, so basically that's what's going on. I haven't cheated. It's very stressful to get on the scale every day. And, it hasn't, instead of, I'm okay if it even stays the same, but it's going back up. So, um, I guess once I get everything situated as far as um, that ongoing cycle of waste that's held, it looks like I hold about 10 pounds of waste, because Super Bowl Sunday, that Monday, I think I was like 6 pounds heavier before the purge. And I did my meal, and then I waited about 3 hours, and I was like 10 pounds heavier. And then I did the purge on like Monday afternoon. And the next day I was about between, I'm going to say almost 11 pounds lighter the next day. And so I know it's waste. It's waste, and it's water and all of that. So unfortunately, there's no way for me to do the purge every day. Rolling, I guess I'm just going to have 3 days of rolling waste as long as it's flowing and I think 2 times a day is a good number for me, because I did tests with the probiotics. If I'm and so I need to make sure I consume probiotics with every meal, so that those are the healthy bacteria, and then make sure I'm getting some prebiotics that feed that healthy bacteria, and then the waste moves, the fiber in that bacteria or in the prebiotics will help move things along. So as long as things are moving along, I'm not going to worry about it. I just know it's probably 10 pounds of weight that I'm carrying at any given moment. And so I may still do the purge once in a while, but I want to see how much I gain. Hopefully I won't gain back everything I've lost and waste, which I don't think that's normal, especially if I'm going on a regular basis. So yeah, so that's what's going on. And so I've also made a few changes with my diet, and mainly the OMAD. I'm not doing OMAD anymore, and the reason I'm not doing that is because um that course that I took about weight loss. It was a NASM course, NASM. I'll put the link. But that course that I took said that you need to have protein, and so um, that knocks out the OMAD. With if you're doing, if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to do strength training, you need that protein every 4 hours. And so I am doing, and then another video I watched said I needed to do have some carbs before I do my carbs before your workout, and then the protein after. So I've gone to doing, as soon as I get up in the morning, I have some protein in my coffee. So I have the pine pollen, and I'll get some collagen protein, and I'll have that in my coffee. And then a little later, I'll have some carbs before my workout. And then every 4 hours. And so for your protein after your workout, the biggest amount of protein should be right after your workout. So between 15 minutes to 2 hours after your workout. So that's what I've been doing with the protein. So even when I was doing the purge, I've been pretty much doing that for the last 2 weeks. And I did notice the pounds were going down when I was continuing the purge. I just can't do it just takes, it's messing my days up. And the first month I wanted to commit to that. But now I have to get back to my normal routine, which will include Couch to 5K. I'm on week 8. I'm about a day behind, so I'll be doing week 8, and then week 9 is the last week, and then hopefully I'll be running. I'm gonna try to start off with just running, continue running 3 days a week, and then eventually I would like to get up to 5 days a week of just 30 minutes of running, because you feel really good on, when it's not too much work. But even when I'm not feeling that energized, it just feels good after the run. So I'll be doing that. And another thing that I learned from that course is that with your metabolism, I think it's like 60 to 75% of your metabolism, that resting amount that you burn every day just from just from living, your body just burning those calories. Those calories are burnt just throughout the day. And if you stand more, you'll burn more calories. So if you move more throughout the day, so I have a stand-up desk because I sit, I think I was sitting, I'm going to say 75%. So I started alternating and standing more, and now I'm up to, so I'm going to try to get up to switch it where it's like I'm standing 65% of the day and sitting 35% of the day. So it took a few days to get, where your leg from doing it, but now I'm able to do it, no problem. So I'll do stand up, and I'm working on the computer standing, and then I walk around and do some housework or something like that. So but yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's everything for now, that I wanted to give an update on. But I haven't cheated, I haven't fallen off the wagon, and the scale is still going up. And I do know it is waste. And unfortunately, I can't purge every single day to get rid of the waste. So as long as the waste is not like 3 weeks old, or even 5 days old, as long as it's a steady cycle of the waste coming out, and it takes 3 days to go through your system, all is normal. So I just have to deal with it, and I got to work a little harder to get back to where I was, because the lowest I had gotten was 250 point something 250 point something before everything went downhill as far as the scale. But my clothes are fitting better. I'm going to try to get on and give an update more often. And I had refused to take pictures and weigh-ins on those days where I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm over it. I'm just going to continue with what I'm doing. Overall, I feel pretty good, except for purge days. Purge days just take so much out of me. So I'll purge as needed. And as long as I have everything flowing, I'm not going to worry about the purging. So stay tuned. Hopefully it'll start going back down.